Welcome back, everybody. This is Jim.
I'm Steve.
And you are listening to the wonderful sounds of Inappropriate with Jim and Steve.
It's a good radio intro.
Baltimore's best podcast. I hope everybody listened to last week.
I hope so, too.
We ended strong. We had an odd number of people talking about hot wifing. And I
Yes.
guess it's a touchy subject one way or another.
Hey, yeah, we're just feeding the youth or touch. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck to say.
I found this article, which has nothing really to do with hot wifing, but it kind of, I mean, we could have probably put this in from last week. And would you do this, Steve? Balls Out Bowling claims to be the ultimate bowling experience.
All right.
In Pittsburgh, they host what's called Balls Out Bowling, where you bowl completely nude.
Ugh.
I wonder if you got to wear those fucking little shoes.
You definitely.
Yeah, because you can't slide.
Sound like a baby running on tile.
So if anyone's interested in this, here's the details. Balls Out Bowling is held at the Crafton Ingram Lanes in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The last one was just held Saturday, July 12th. The event is for anyone over the age of 18. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a beginner, this event is for you. Tickets were $30, whether you bowl or not. So I guess you can just come be a spectator. It's 4 hours of unlimited bowling. Oh, and shoe rental.
All right, so
There
you
you go.
definitely do got to wear.
Nudity is required, with the exception that women can wear bottoms if they so choose. Obviously, sexual activity is not permitted. Those running the event say that nudism does not equal consent. And harassment will not be taken lightly.
Jesus.
No photography or video is allowed. It's a ticket event, and no tickets will be sold at the door. So, would you have your birthday party there, Steve?
So I can't get on with.
You don't like bowling?
I like. Oh, dude, I love bowling.
I like bowling too.
Bowling's
More,
a lot of fun.
It's probably maybe the one event that I actually enjoy a lot, but do very infrequently.
Yes,
Like the amount of
yes.
joy that I like that brings me from bowling doesn't match the frequency in which I bowl.
Yeah, because bowling's always been like when it's raining or you're trying to do something it's always
Like,
a
no-
special occasion.
Yeah, you don't ever go like just bowling. Like, hey, let's go bowling.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
very rarely do I don't think I've ever been like, oh, we're bored. Let's go bowling. But I always enjoy bowling.
Yes. Remember at my 30th birthday party was at a bowling alley.
Now, those of us that are listening that are not from, and I think it might be a Maryland thing, duck pin
Yes.
bowling. I love duck pin bowling.
Because you can just destroy them.
Oh my God, I throw those balls down that lane.
Yeah, so duckpin bowling is just, the ball is the size of like a small cannonball, I guess.
I was getting ready to say a cannonball, but then I don't know if other people know how big a cannonball is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit bigger than a softball.
Yep.
I'll say it's and the pins are smaller, of course. So you can just whip. They don't have the bowling balls don't have holes in them.
Yeah, you just grip it.
You just grab it and just fucking whip that motherfucker down the thing.
The pins are shorter and fatter.
Yes.
So then when you hit them hard, they just fling everywhere.
Yeah. But I don't think I could do that naked. Nudist colony thing. In your mind, you picture it's going to be one
All
way.
models and hot people walking around.
Yeah. And in actuality, it is older people. Everyone has fucking
That
hairy
nobody
backs.
wants to see.
Yeah, everything's sagging, and it because I feel like it with nudist things, like in your mind for a person that doesn't enjoy it, you would think it's a sexual thing, and then according to that like article or the invite, it is anything but sexual. It is just people that just like to be
Doing things without clothes on.
like to be naked with the clothes on. And the fact that like when you bowl, you kind of like you throw the ball and your leg kind of goes for. I feel like your balls would just like
Start dragging on the lane.
Yeah, not dragging, but it'd just be like flapping around. And the same thing for women if they're bowling and It would just be
Yeah, it is an odd thing, and I don't think I need to do nude bowling because it doesn't feel like it enhances anything for bowling. Like I can understand nude beaches. That makes sense. No tan lines. You want to sun your butthole.
Yes.
I get all those things. I guess I'm just not a nudist person.
Yeah, I saw the other day that like a cruise, there's like nudist cruises you can do.
Yeah.
And they just are not like there's so many like rules and things. The nudist cruise I read that like you have to walk around with a towel to where if you sit down on something, you got to put the fucking towel underneath.
Oh, because you're like butthole diseases.
Yeah. It's hot.
But you know what with bowling? So whenever you're working out or when you're playing a sport or whatever, your dick sort of is at its smallest form.
Yes.
Because of the blood flow is needed for other areas of the body. And like, so whenever you're working out, especially if I'm working out and I get a good pump.
Yeah.
And I come home to take a shower, kind of disappointed. Because everything else is like swelled up and I'm like, all right, kind of.
Like when you're like working out and you can feel like you're like, oh, I'm not showing my best underneath your shorts while you're lifting weights.
Yeah.
Your body's natural thing is to protect itself. So it brings everything back to you.
Yeah. It wants to, and so I feel like bowling, I'd be walking around going, it's not what it looks like. Okay, sorry about this. Trust me, it's bigger.
Yeah.
And nobody cares. But yeah, I think if I were to ever get even in the mindset of being able to go like nude, obviously I would just have to be with my wife, and I would have to be in another country.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to see running anybody. I don't care if it's all grizzly, fucking hairy, unkept people.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I guess I'd prefer if there was some hot women to look at. But yeah, that's something that's not on my bucket list.
There's kind of like, there's things in life that just, you know.
It's not my gig, baby.
Not
it's not my bag, baby.
There's probably just a small amount of people that got that impression. They're like, you'd be like, who's Mike Myers? And nobody would know. Recently, for like our anniversary, we went to the beach. There's a bar in Ocean City called Fagers Island, and they have these really nice rooms that you can rent that are like across the bridge, like from the bar. That there's like their own. They like
sits on the bay.
Yeah, they
nice
converted I guess an old hotel and like combined rooms and made you do these big rooms that each one's different. Like they all have different themes and things. But it's supposed to be like kind of like a honeymoon suite kind of thing because it has like a hot tub in it. And when we went into the room, you went around the corner and you saw the bathroom, and the shower was like that glass square thing that you like square tiles that you can, they're kind of distort things.
Oh,
but you can still see through,
right.
And no fucking door for the shower.
Oh, okay. So you kind of just walk into it.
And yeah, and it's out in the open. The bathroom's right there. Like it's just, you can't, I like when I shower, I just like it to be like that's my time. That's my time.
I don't have to put on a show for you.
Yeah, like when I'm taking a shower, like when I'm scrubbing my ass and what, like I don't feel like it's flattering looking to anybody to watch somebody soap themselves up to make sure.
I mean, if you're a hot chick, I don't know. Like
maybe
I wouldn't mind watching my wife like.
But
soap
it
up.
became the entire time I'd be like, go over there. I'm gonna take a shower.
I don't know. I do agree. I don't want anybody necessarily to watch me shower because it's not like. I'm not anything special to look at. But if it was actual glass shower, I wouldn't mind. I'd pull up a seat to watch my wife take a shower. But then she'd be like, "Yeah, I ain't putting on I ain't no dog and pony show."
Yeah. Showering is like my own thing. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to watch anybody.
No.
Shower.
So, as we get older, Steve, there is waking up with aches and pains.
Oh, yes. I constantly feel my hamstring is about to like explode from just doing
I wake up in
things.
shoulder pain every day. I don't know if it's because of the way I sleep or whatever, but I mean, it goes away after a couple minutes. Much like the young kids are putting together their own concoctions to maximize load size, we might try to find little remedies around the house or whatever to alleviate certain pain. Man suffering horrifying side effects after injecting himself with his own sperm to cure back pain.
It's like fucking stem cells, I guess, in its mind.
It was the first reported medical case of its kind, and officials issue a warning against this practice. A man who found, quote unquote, a cure to his back pain ended up suffering the consequences of the unusual pain relief method. And anyone who has suffered from chronic back pain will know how debilitating it can be, and it can lead people to do odd things. Well, this Irishman found out the hard way. This man, 33, took himself to the hospital with what he described as severe sudden onset lower back pain that he sustained when moving a heavy steel object. As doctors examined him, they spotted that there was his arm was red and swollen and questioned him about it. And after several questions, they learned that he was, in fact, injecting himself with semen for the last 18 months as a apparent cure for his ongoing pain. The unnamed individual had been using hypodermic needle that he bought online to inject himself, and shortly before his hospital trip, he had administered 3 doses at once. Must have had a flare-up.
Yeah.
He proceeded to undergo an x-ray, which found that he had subcutaneous emphysema and a collection of semen in his muscles.
Oh.
The man needed urgent antibacterial treatment as a result.
His muscles were all sticky. Like he just had semen pockets under his skin.
Yeah. What the fuck are you thinking?
Yes.
The semen, there's nothing else. Modern medicine has not advanced that you resorted to semen.
I know he could have probably looked up for about 3 minutes more and found something way better that.
Yeah, Tylenol. Yeah. Advil. Anything.
Hey, what up, girl? How you doing? I don't want to come on too strong or nothing like that, but I've been thinking about you.
You ever see the advancements in those sex robots that
Yeah, although
or maybe not the sex robots, the people that there's an AI girlfriend website you can have where it basically you have phone conversations or Zooms with a completely AI thing that says that they have a relationship with you for fucking lonely people.
To the point of the sex dolls and robots, they're getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't tested an old one versus a new one. Mm-hmm. The one thing that still they got those dead eyes.
Oh yeah.
It's the eyes. That I think perfected the hair.
Uh-huh.
I think they've even said the feeling of the skin is pretty close. But those eyes, something about that
turn around. I can't look
dead
at
eye. Yeah, and the fingers sometimes because they're bendable. Yeah. One will just be off in a weird different direction.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There is a soccer player for the team Barcelona, and he decided to have his name's Yamin Yamal. He decided to have his 18th birthday party, which is crazy to me too. He plays on an international soccer team. He's only 18 years old. But he hired a bunch of dwarves for his party.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'd imagine he hired it through an agency. He didn't handpick random dwarves off the street.
They were dressed up as elves and they served food and just did stuff for the normal party thing. But you are right that he did go through an agency, hired them, and they were all paid. But the internet is mad because he felt they were taking advantage of dwarves.
By giving them job opportunities?
There's a Spanish disability group going after him, trying to sue him. And his argument is, and then they're getting backing where other people are pissed off at
Sure, it's the internet.
Yeah. But is saying, I paid them. I went through a talent agency and then got them. The people who worked the party are like, nothing was wrong with it. You know, he reached out. They contacted my agent. My agent contacted me, asked me if I wanted to do it. He's like, the same they would for any other actor or any other performer. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
So I think it's crazy that people are creating all this outrage and then going against this guy when nothing was wrong, like, with the party. It wasn't like Wolf of Wall Street where they're trying to fucking throw him, like, use them as like dartboard, like
right.
a dartboard. It was completely fine, and people were just getting fucking outraged about it. Do you think that crosses into the realm of that, like, people just like can't have anything? You can't. People just too fucking pissed off all the
like they're trying to latch on to something, and that something now is like, oh, a cause. I need to be upset at this because then that means I'm a good person. If you ask the dwarf, hey, were you exploited? And they say no, case closed.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. I don't care what they were doing.
So I don't even know. Like I thought it was curious that they like do this news story about it, or this article, and they're bitching. This group is going after him. Where, he hired them because they were dwarves. Like,
but should he hire?
There was a comedy element to it. You know, all his like friends and shit are coming to the party, and they're like, "Holy shit, you got fucking dwarves!"
But so it would be different if they didn't know if the dwarves didn't know what they were walking into.
Yes,
and they were blindsided, and like they thought they were just going to be like serving hors d'oeuvres like a normal heighted person, and now they're treated like a sideshow freak.
Yes.
But that doesn't seem like the case. Like everyone knew it was up and up. So it kind of goes back to this. White people just think that they have to solve everything. and like we cause a lot of the problems. But we're also a lot of white people think that they're the only smart
white
ones.
savior complex.
Yeah, that it was in New York. And it was like the whitest thing I've ever seen, where white people, I don't know if it's in Central Park or something, but it was in like this large park. And there was dozens and dozens and dozens of white people that stood on the outside of this makeshift large field, created a barrier. Only black people could be inside of the field. And the white people were creating a wall to prevent other white people from coming in because the black people needed a space of their own.
That is fucking absurd.
And it was like white people needed.
They basically put them in a cage.
Segregation.
Yeah,
is what it kind of came down to. It was just like, this is a space for black people. Black people don't need this.
Yeah.
They didn't ask for this.
The best way to do all that stuff is not to call out everybody's differences, to just let everybody like exist. When you go on YouTube or like TikTok, and they do the cringiest, like, the like, I see TikToks for like the cringiest things, like the top 5 cringiest moments on the internet. It's always white people doing shit. Like white people kind of suck.
It's weird that we feel that we know what's best for everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like we know what's best for everyone.
I know.
How about just like I'm not gonna tell like a black family or Asian family what's best for you. Like I already got it. I got the answer.
Yeah. Be a white person. Act white. Like that's so stupid. Just let everybody.
Like that one interview when they went around New York and were asking people about voter registration laws, like the and they were just like, are they racist? They're like, oh yeah, they're racist. You shouldn't, like, well, why are they racist? Well, because black people, they don't have access to the internet, and they don't always have the IDs. They don't always carry their ID. And it was the guy's like, okay, but it's like all these white people that are basically just saying that black people just don't know how to live. So then the guy went into like the ghetto, like in theory the ghetto, and was like, hey, do you got an ID? And they're like, yeah, I got an ID. well, like, did you have any trouble getting that ID? Like, what are you talking about? You got to have ID. Like, do you know where the MVA is? Because some white people are saying that black people don't know where the MVA, and they're like, it's right up there on 26 and North, and like everybody like and he's like, do you know how to use the internet? And like black people are just getting offended. Like, what do you mean? Who's saying I can't use the internet? You know what I mean? And it was just kind of this thing that like white people just think they're so fucking superior.
Oh yeah,
and they gotta fix it for everyone.
Dude, it's nuts.
I love it. White people are just fucking. We're a fucking awesome bunch, man.
I know. White people do shit so fucking
So
stupid.
just live your life, bro.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth. Live your life.
You. I don't have to like it. You don't have to like what I do.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Do you know what? We never did touch on the Diddy case since we've come back. Were you disappointed in the outcome of the case?
You know, I thought there was so much evidence that I didn't even think that there was a possibility that there was a not guilty
Yeah,
verdict.
that's what
You know what I mean? I just thought that it was the entire world seemingly had an interaction with Diddy that was negative. You know what I mean? I thought there was that. I was like, it's just a formality. Like he's just going to jail.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh yeah, this dude's going to jail forever. And one, I'm pissed off because the trial wasn't on fucking TV, and because back when the Johnny Depp trial was on TV, I couldn't get enough of it. I watched it all day, every day.
I would have loved to seen some of the freak off shit. One of the biggest things I think that helped Diddy was his girlfriend Cassie. Everything she said was like, oh my God, this poor woman went through the fucking ringer. She's gonna nail his balls to the wall. But then when the text messages came out, it was like, I don't know what she was feeling, but the text messages were along the lines that she was cool with it.
Yes, that I feel like,
you know, like that was the vibe.
Yeah.
A lot of the messages,
and it was kind of crazy, like like when he was guilty of the like prostitution charge and all that stuff,
right?
And so all the other stuff he's not guilty of, and everybody thought it was a fucking win. And like his lawyers considered that he won, even though he was like guilty of prostitution, because it doesn't serve that far of a thing.
God, I had this one quick article I'll read, but it reminded me, it was on Nancy Grace. Like it made it to Nancy Grace. And somebody in court said that Diddy didn't fuck with like Cassie or whatever because his dick was the size of a tiny Tootsie Roll. And like, I don't know if that's true or if it's false. I've never seen anything of Diddy's size of his manhood. But the fact that that was said in court.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
It would ruin me.
Yeah.
It would fucking ruin me.
I always, I would read like articles that said like there were like Diddy yelled in court about something. I wonder if that's one of the things he like, because it's got to be tough. Like people are like, yeah. Then Mr. Combs came at me with his Tootsie Roll
penis the size of a Tootsie Roll.
Because like think about when Donald Trump, when that porn star was talking about him, and she said something about his fucking dick size, and then he went off about her saying something about his dick size.
So do you know a gentleman by the name of James Cummings?
No.
He's an older actor, kind of like a Sean Connery.
Yeah, he's got the Sean Connery vibe.
Look. So he had an interaction with Diddy, and this he goes on to say he's a Hollywood producer. James Cummings claims that Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted him in a steam room at the LA Fitness back in 2002.
That's peak Diddy time.
Yeah, I think that was him and Mace were still dancing around in like.
And he's at LA Fitness.
Maybe that's a hoity-toity.
Yeah, maybe.
Cummings goes on to say the incident led to a violent naked fight after he resisted Diddy's alleged advances. He tackled me, tried to suck my dick.
You can't hold a person down if you're trying to do that to them.
No, I fought him off. He says the event left him deeply shaken and humiliated. Only speaking out now as Diddy faces ongoing racketeering and sex trafficking charges in New York. Cummings added, I beat him like a bitch that he is.
End of article.
Somebody could totally make that up.
So part of me part of me thinks that didn't happen because one, I think it would be really hard to. I think it would be really hard for someone to have their dick sucked unwillingly. Like unless they're
right,
like,
if you're
like,
you're
unless
not
you're
drugged or constrained.
Constrained, yeah. Like,
Right.
They're down there. You have all the power. You're like they can't hold your arms down. Like
yeah, I so that kind of that might have been
in the story here.
It might have been the old fish, the whale fish tail. You know what I mean? The fish got bigger and bigger. Like Diddy might have been like, "Hey, can I tickle your balls?" And he was like, "Nah, man." Diddy might have been like, "Oh, come on, man. We're two lustful men sitting in a steam room." And then it was just like, "Nah, man, I'd have pushed him away." Then it was like, "Nah, he came at me. I'd punch him in his face." Oh, the motherfucker tried to suck my dick. I gave him a 2-piece. Yeah.
Then that guy's just like this because. Now he realizes, like, people probably think I'm a bitch. He's like, that's why I beat the fuck out.
Right.
Yeah. But Diddy, do you think he releases new music after he
Dude, I'm
serves
telling you, people will just forgive it. Like, they just won't give a shit. Like, it's big now because it's funny, but, like, everyone's eating up all the comedy, and everyone is, like, we're almost on the other half. We're we're tired of empathy. Like we don't have any empathy left for this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like we're drained of everything. And once they eat up all the comedy, and once he gets off, and it's gone, he'll go away for a minute, and then he'll do this weird. He'll have a roast.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And then it was just,
rips the Band-Aid off of it, and then
everyone's good.
Because it's like Kevin Spacey, I feel like is like.
I feel like he's still paying for it though.
So yes, he's still paying for all that stuff, but like slowly you start see like he's starting to like creep his way back into shit. So
I think though I think with the Kevin Spacey thing, I think whoever the other actor I think he was down for that.
Yes.
But I think he was underage. Wasn't he like 17 or something?
I think that's what it was.
So if he was 18, as shitty as whatever happened, like I think he was cool with it, and then all of a sudden it was like, I'm not cool with it.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, what he did was wrong because he was, what dude was 50s?
No matter what he can, no matter.
Right.
I can spin this any way I want because ultimately this dude was underage.
Right. So and I don't like Kevin Spacey. I don't give a shit about that motherfucker.
Neither do I.
I don't care.
I don't even think he did that many. He was like in 7. That was cool.
House of Cards.
I never watched House of Cards.
Oh. So House of Cards was actually a very good show.
Yeah.
But there was, so he was gay in it, but he had a wife.
Is this before he came out as gay? Or was he always like perceived as?
I just never knew nothing about him. Like, I just always assumed he was straight, but I never know him one way or the other. But I guess he just But there was an episode in there where it's like he was kind of gay, but like he goes visit his Hollywood or his old college friend, and then they just start banging. Like, and it's like, what the fuck am I? What the fuck is this? Like. This was not
came out left field.
Yeah, and it was very, very awkward. I mean, very awkward episode.
Oh, it's so good. Now, with Kevin Spacey, because like House of Cards was filmed in Baltimore, DC for the most part, and then like when all the fucking shit hit the fan with him, he like moved to Baltimore. Like he lived.
It's right downtown.
Yeah, he lives right downtown, or he did like in like Locust Point. Kind of made me like because he's like I was like
his condo's foreclosed on.
Yeah, I know it's foreclosed on, but I just always like when people are like from Baltimore decide to stay in Baltimore. I'm like kind of gets me in my heartstrings, and I'm just like this. Maybe he didn't do it.
I mean, he definitely did.
He definitely did it. He's definitely an asshole. But
all right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us, and I don't know, man. I'm spent. My jaw hurts.
Yeah. So much.
Zip up your pants, Steven.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Follow us on the socials. For Inappropriate, I'm Steve.
I'm Jim.
We'll see you next time.